So I like looking at things from a different perspective whenever possible, and I also really love complexity theory. And when you combine those, you can, I think, look at things in a very different way. For example, when I look at a tree, any given tree, let's say an oak tree, I can see a whole lot more in that tree than what some others might. A lot of people will say, well, that's just a tree. And then I say, well, look at all the attributes of the tree. Look at how tall it is, look at how many branches it has, look at the texture of the bark, and look at the color of the leaves, where they branch out. A tree is not just a tree in and of itself. It obviously has a root system underneath it, and a tree can be part of a larger community like a forest. And those are all perspectives or correlated attributes of that individual tree. But then, if you examine it even closer, there are additional things like the tree rings. When you cut down a tree, you can see the rings, and that's like an embedded history right in there. And also the things that the tree provides. So a lot of, what we know is a lot of plants and trees, they share bacteria and other nutrients, other chemicals and stuff with, the soil, other beneficial things in the soil, and other trees, other plants as well. So there's a relationship that those trees have with the larger ecosystem. And if you expand on that and kind of keep going out, the tree, is in a different state across the different seasons. And the tree provides for itself and for other people in a lot of different ways. So a tree can provide shade to someone who's sitting underneath it. It can provide acorns to a squirrel that's going to stuff it away and use it to eat in winter. So there's a lot that you can kind of get when you look at one thing. You can get a single perspective when you just view it as a tree, but if you start to view it as a larger, subcomponent of a larger system, and then you start to take a look at the way things interact and how they're related, I think is pretty powerful. And if you can apply that to your business, your ideas, your own personal life, other things that you see out in the world, I think that is one thing that is helpful in looking at different points of view and figuring out how systems are connected and maybe how to put the pieces together in like a Lego building block style system if you want to build something bigger. Just one of the examples I think is so cool.